Cats and kittens, chicks and chickens, it's your buddy Mo Lykit, and welcome to another episode of Mo's Half-Assed Reviews. In this episode of Mo's Half-Assed Reviews, we're going to be taking a look at the new premium Tier 6 U.S. battleship, the West Virginia 1941. Basically, it's like the Mutsu in the way that it is a Tier 7 tech tree battleship, a-hull put a tier lower. Like the Mutsu is a-hull Nagato, put it tier 6. The West Virginia is an a-hull Colorado, put it tier 6. Amazing ship, hits like a brick, a lot of fun. Looking over the stats, she's a little light in the hit point area at 50,200 HP. A little light there, but not the lowest hit points at tier, but pretty damn close to it. Guns, we've got 8 406mm guns that fire off to 18.6 kilometers with the proper module, a 36% fire chance, and a 36-second turret traverse with the appropriate commander skill. Good guns. 16-inch guns at tier 6, the second largest guns at tier 6, second only to the slightly larger caliber on the Mutsu. As far as speed goes, typical U.S. battleship, 21 knots, 670 meter turning circle, 11-second rudder shift, and it's got a 13.7 kilometer detect with the appropriate commander skills. Typical battleship, nothing really special about this thing except for how hard it hits when it wants to hit. For the upgrades, I've got my steering gears on there to give me a little bit better torpedo beats. I've got the artillery plotting room to extend the range of my guns. Typical damage control, lowers the chance of fires, and my main armaments modification. Nothing special here, nothing crazy. As far as your consumables, of course, we're going to go premium. Only spotting aircraft available on the West Virginia. No catapult fighter. Wish I had a catapult fighter. Standard repair party, standard damage control. Nothing special. Catapult fighter would have been nice. The AA on this ship is not very impressive. I've got the Admiral, formerly known as Steven Seagal, on here as my captain. He's set up kind of generic with priority target, expert marksman, adrenaline rush, basic fire training, vigilance to spot those torpedoes. You know, you gotta spot them torpedoes. Advanced firing training, and concealment. Again, it's a very generic build. I use the Admiral, formerly known as Steven Seagal, on lots of my premium ships, and of course his home on the Missouri. So that's that. That's him. That's the shit. That's my setup. Let's see how it goes. I've got a Mogami hiding behind an island here. We're gonna take a shot. We've got an angle on him. Let's see what happens. Bam. 2 citadels. This thing, when it wants to hit, hits like a fucking freight train. Unbelievably hard-hitting guns. You're going to see tons of 18K salvos, 10K salvos, 13K salvos. You're going to get lots of nice boops on cruisers. It hits like a truck when it wants to hit, but the guns can be temperamental. Oh, that's a nice little Nuremberg sitting still right out in the wide open. I hope nothing bad happens to you. That would be terrible. Boop. Oh, God. Man, does this thing want to hit when it wants to hit. The guns can be very temperamental. The velocity on the AP rounds is 700 and some odd. And it just seems to... I don't know how to explain it. They just don't seem to travel as fast as you want them to. The guns can be very shotgunny, but again, when it wants to hit, you better believe it's going to hit. I nail this Leone thanks to Tam's expert torpedo launching. We have ensured this Leone is going to continue to back up broadside in front of me, and for some unknown reason he decides not to shoot at me at all. I think he knew he was screwed. I think he knew he was dead, and he was just going for a boop on one of these cruisers and just ignoring me completely. But again, when they're hit, look at nice tight dispersion on these hits. But that's not the norm. You are not going to see super tight dispersion all the time on this ship. So you can get really frustrated at times trying to nail ships. But when the guns work, again, I know I keep saying that, when they work, oh my God, do they work. Look at this New Mexico who's not moving very fast. Oh, I bet he's going to start moving now. And yes, he does start moving as he completely whiffs on an HE salvo upon me. But, you know, you can't fix stupid. It is what it is. We've got a lot of this HE shittery going on with our battleships lately, but I will not be a part of it unless I have to. Now he's angling away. You know, I get a couple hits, nothing crazy. Again, shotgunny at times. It is very hard to depend upon these guns. But when the opportunity arrives and you put a well-aimed shot on target, oh my God. See, we got this Chapayev here backing up. He's at my max range. There is nothing more I can do. That is the farthest range I can shoot. And oh, they look okay. They spread out a good bit. Bam! High caliber, Citadel, 18K salvo, almost deleted him. What a fucking shot. But if the dispersion was a little bit better, I probably would have deleted him. I should have taken a shot at this Massachusetts who's giving me a beautiful broadside, but you know, you can't fix old habits. You know, you got to take the kill. You got to try to take that radar off the map any chance you get. The Attigo on my team takes him out, and it was a wasted salvo. But not completely wasted, because I helped take him the hell out. Now, in another game here, I've got an Aoba over here, and this Aoba is the Shot Whisperer with his throttle jockeying. And you're going to see again where these guns can be really temperamental. I think I've got him lined up just perfectly for the speed he's going. He speeds up, and I mean just nothing. Complete whiff where I felt like I should have at least hit him with something. And again, he's throttle jockeying, he's slowing down, he's speeding up. I can't decide exactly what he's doing. I take another shot, he is slowed down, complete whiff. Maybe if I had tighter dispersion on the guns, if they hit a little bit more accurate, I would have nailed him. He would have been off the map. But it takes me a third salvo before I get boop and take him off. So again, especially under a cruiser that knows what he's doing and he's throttle jockeying and making himself a difficult target, you're gonna have some trouble hitting things at times. Guns can be very unreliable, but you can rely on them hitting the shit out of things when they hit. Now we've got a Texas way out there, and we're going to line him up and start taking some full salvos at him. He has fallen off detection. I'm not sure if I'm going to hit him. I can't see him. I'm hoping I can see him again, but ooh, we get 4 pens, take a nice big chunk of his HP. He pops back up, and he is hurting. He felt that because, again, hits like a freight train, like a fucking hammer when it wants to hit. So when you have a battleship like this who's not playing very smart, who doesn't learn from his mistakes, he already took one huge hit. Look at the shotgun dispersion on this, you know. Got a Citadel, nailed him. But had I had tighter dispersion, that probably would have ended his game right there. So don't don't be disheartened if you have this ship and it's not working out the way you want it to. It's not hitting when you want it to. You feel like you should be getting really nice shots all the time. You're putting them right where they're supposed to go. The ship can be very, very temperamental. The dispersion sometimes is just dead on balls, and sometimes, like in these salvos, completely all over the place. But still, you know, the 2 pens that I got, that's another 10k damage on this Texas. Oh man, this ship is just, I think it's fantastic. I really, really, really like the West Virginia. I have had a blast in it. I have had high damage games almost every single time I've put it out in the ocean. Up tier, low tier, bottom tier, middle tier, it doesn't matter. I am still able to damage everything I shoot at. Boop! Oh! 4 salvos, that Texas is dead. Again, if it had been better dispersion, maybe 2 salvos, maybe 3 salvos. You see what it does at range. What happens when you're overextended in the West Virginia and you've got to make the best out of a bad situation? I've got a New Mexico, a Leander, and there is a destroyer right there, a Fubuki. This is not ideal. The secondaries on the West Virginia are typical 127 millimeter secondaries, but they don't go out very far. It's not worth it to spec them. I've got the flag on here, and with BFT, AFT, I'm at like 5.3. You're not going to get these secondaries out far enough to really do anything. Hello, Leander. Nice broadside. Boop. So we're able to take that cruiser out easily, but now we've got a problem. We've got this Fubuki who you know is just waiting to torp us, and we can't give our broadside to this New Mexico. But in this situation, the best thing I can think of to do is to use that Leander's corpse to block the Fubuki from torping me. And that is what I'm trying to do. So I give up a shit ton of broadside to this New Mexico, hoping that RNG will be with me and I won't get deleted. And of course the Fubuki, ooh God, the Fubuki wasn't able to get torps on me because of me using this Leander's corpse, and things work out. I let my secondaries pop off, pop off, pop off. I get the Fubuki with secondaries. I line up the New Mexico again. I need to get rid of him. I don't kill him. I do destroy one of his turrets, and a teammate finishes him off. So 3v1, I'm still alive, and I've got room to heal. And now I'd like to pause this review for a quick boop. Hello, Belfast. Oh, you're gonna smoke up? That's a really good idea. Smoke up and stop right there. Hee hee, hee hee. Boop! Oh God, this ship is fantastic, guys. It's worth it. Is it worth the $60-some for the special camo and the special commander and all that? Hey, if you got the money and you want the ship, go for it. You can have a special little horn and do cool things. Is it worth the $30-some? Absolutely. I couldn't really afford it. Luckily, I had a friend who's looking out for Mo in his time of need and gifted me the ship, and I appreciate that so much because thanks to him, I can bring you this review. And this last clip here is just, you know, old guard versus new, I feel like. You know, you've got 2 Pearl Harbor era ships, 2 ships that were in Pearl Harbor, 2 ships that were damaged at Pearl Harbor, and the former #1 Tier 6 U.S. battleship premium, the Arizona, against, in my opinion, the new. The Arizona's got more guns, but his guns don't hit nearly as hard as mine. Oh, God, it's so beautiful when it does that. So, one-on-one, Arizona versus West Virginia. Let's see who comes out. Let's see who will ascend to the top of the Tier 6 premium battleship pile. In my opinion, right now, the West Virginia is where it's at. Every game I've played, I've enjoyed. Every boop I've loved. I've done really good damage. You just can't depend on it. The guns will let you down. The AA is not good. There are bad things about this ship, but the good things about this ship far, far, far outweigh the bad. 100% worth it. 100% a blast to play. If you like U.S. battleships, if you didn't hate the grind from, Wyoming, New York, on up, boop, then get the West Virginia, love the West Virginia like I do, and enjoy your time in a great premium battleship. Just my opinion. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Send me your replays, your boops, your fails, your wins to moreplays@gmail.com. Special love goes out to my 2 amazing Patreons. And as always, nothing but love from Mo to you. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your others. We'll see you out there in the seas, kids. And we will talk to you soon.